Well, hello everyone, Sakuya here, and welcome back to the History of Everything podcast YouTube channel. We got news today, people. If any of you haven't seen it in the news already, a new hidden corridor 9 meters or 30 feet long was discovered inside the Pyramid of Giza. This being something that was quite literally 7 meters away from the main entrance that all the tourists use. And who knows what more could actually come of this. A lot of you probably already know the history of the Great Pyramid, but just as a refresher, this was a thing that was constructed as a massive tomb around 2500 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. When it was originally built, it was 146 meters tall, which at that time, and for the longest time in history, was the tallest man-made structure on Earth. This was not actually passed until the Eiffel Tower was built in 1889. That part has nothing to do with the story, I really like that fact, so I wanted to tell it. The overall structure had remained sealed until around 820 AD, this being when Caliph al-Mamun went and broke open one of its walls and discovered 3 chambers inside, these all being arranged vertically. You had the King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber, and an abandoned subterranean chamber that was connected by the Grand Gallery, which was a very large corridor. There was also a descending corridor, an ascending corridor, and a passage that was dug out in the Middle Ages that now serves as the tourist's entrance. Many people over the years have gone to the pyramid and tried to find additional passages, anything that could possibly remain still hidden, but they all kind of failed. Part of the problem with this is that there are no original plans of the pyramids themselves, so people don't really know what it is that they are actually looking for in the first place. Secondly, unlike the people of old, we choose to be a lot more careful with everything that we do with archaeology now, so you can't exactly use very invasive methods that could potentially lead to the structure actually getting damaged. Go figure. So then you're probably going to wonder at this point, okay, well, how did they actually discover this then, if they weren't being so invasive? Well, the need for a non-invasive technique is exactly why Heritage Innovation Preservation Institute, or HIP, went and organized a team of engineers and physicists several years ago who would use things like cosmic radiation in order to map the pyramid's interior to look for empty spaces. This whole thing was something called the Scan Pyramid Project, which, from the name, as you can probably guess, was about scanning pyramids. They would use things like infrared thermography, 3D simulations, and cosmic ray imaging in order to allow them to peer inside of the structure. Which, at this point, that brings us to the structure itself, and you're probably looking at me and wondering, well, okay, so we have this thing here. What is it? It's a corridor. What does it do? What does it lead to? What does it have? We don't know. I mean, the theory that they have going on right now is that this unfinished corridor was something that was built in order to try and help redistribute weight within the pyramid, but this could be back for the main entrance, or it could simultaneously be for some other kind of chamber that we have yet to discover. We don't really know. I feel like way too often when I'm giving these kinds of updates that is usually what ends up happening. But that being said, the short of it is that the team is going to continue to look. I mean, after all, you have the 5 rooms atop the king's burial chamber and another part of the pyramid that are also thought to have been built to help redistribute the weight of the massive structure, so it's possible that the pharaoh had more than one burial chamber that was built. Scientists had managed to detect the corridor through something called cosmic ray muon radiography, which was then followed by them taking this tiny 6mm thick endoscope and just putting it through the tiny joints in the pyramid stones in order to get some actual images of the inside of this corridor, which in the end is still a big discovery because this is, mind you, the first discovery inside of the pyramid since the 19th century. As for what that discovery means, again, we don't know. Unlike the possible corridor that we talked about earlier to Cleopatra's tomb, there have been no artifacts that have been found so far. No treasure, no mummies, no nothing. It's just a hallway. But, as I'm sure that we all know from experience, hallways oftentimes lead to destinations, so who knows what it is that we're going to be finding there on the other end. But that is the update that I have for you all here today. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do anything you can to help support this video in the algorithm, and let me know in the comment section below what it is that I should do next. I am, again, doing a lot of different varying things on this channel, and I really want to see what it is that people want to see from it. So, let me know. Besides that, I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.